Hello, and welcome back to Story Orbit N, the podcast where we orbit around fantastic stories and learn some awesome English along the way. I'm your co host, Jessica, and I am absolutely thrilled to be here with all of you today.
And I'm Tom, the other half of this dynamic duo. It's great to be back and chatting with all our amazing listeners.
We have such a fun and relatable topic for you all today. It's something I think everyone has a strong opinion about, and it often leads to some lively discussions among friends.
Indeed, it does. Today, we are diving deep into the age-old debate. Is it better to go to the cinema or to watch a movie at home? I know where I stand, and I suspect many of you out there will agree with me.
Well, I have a feeling a lot of people will be on my side, actually. There's just something magical about the cinema experience that watching a movie at home simply cannot replicate. It's an outing, an event, a whole package.
Replicate there means to make an exact copy of something. So, Jessica is saying that watching a movie at home can't give you the same feeling as going to the cinema. You might also replicate an experiment in a science class, meaning you do it again exactly the same way to see if you get the same results.
Exactly. And I truly believe that the cinema offers something unique. But before we get too deep into our debate, let's set the stage. Tom, you're firmly in the movie at home camp, right?
Absolutely, Jessica. Give me a comfy couch, my favorite snacks, and the ability to pause for a bathroom break without missing anything important. And I am a happy man. The cinema, for me, is just too much hassle.
Hassle is a great word here. It means difficulty or trouble. So, if something is a hassle, it's annoying or inconvenient. For example, driving in rush hour traffic can be a real hassle.
Or maybe trying to assemble a new piece of furniture without instructions could be a hassle. It implies effort or irritation.
See, that's where we differ. The hassle is part of the charm for me. Getting ready, traveling to the cinema, finding your seats, the anticipation building as the trailers play, it's all part of the special ritual of movie going. It's not just about the film itself.
Anticipation refers to a feeling of excitement about something that is going to happen. Think about Christmas morning as a child, that feeling of waiting for presents, that's anticipation. Or waiting for your favorite band to come on stage at a concert. You're filled with anticipation. It's a positive feeling of looking forward to something.
And that's what I mean. It elevates the experience. You're not just watching a movie, you're going to the movies. There's a big difference, wouldn't you say?
I'd say the only thing elevated is the price of the popcorn and drinks. Seriously though, the cost is a huge factor for me. By the time you buy tickets, snacks, and maybe even a taxi ride there and back, you could have bought a whole month's subscription to a streaming service.
Okay, I grant you that cinema snacks are notoriously expensive. Notoriously means famous or well known for something bad. So, when I say cinema snacks are notoriously expensive, it means everyone knows they are expensive, and it's a widely recognized fact, not a good one. It's about being known for a negative quality.
Exactly. You're basically paying premium prices for popcorn that often tastes stale. And speaking of other people, that's another big reason I prefer home viewing. You have to deal with noisy eaters, people talking, phones ringing. It's a distraction overload.
But those are usually minor annoyances, Tom. For the most part, people are respectful, and the shared experience, the collective gasp or laugh from the audience, that's something you don't get at home. It's a communal event.
Communal describes something that is shared by all members of a community for common use. So, a communal event is one where people come together and share an experience. A park bench is a communal space because anyone can sit on it.
And that's exactly what makes it so special. Imagine watching a horror movie at home versus watching it in a packed cinema. The jump scares are 10 times more effective when everyone else around you is also screaming or jumping. The atmosphere is just electric.
I suppose there's some truth to that, but I still value my personal comfort over the collective screams. And let's not forget the endless commercials and trailers before the actual movie even starts. I just want to watch the film I paid for.
Ah, but the trailers are part of the fun. They build excitement for future movies. It's like a preview of coming attractions, and it gets you in the mood for the main feature.
I see it as an unnecessary delay. And if we're talking about getting in the mood, nothing beats curling up on your own sofa with your own blanket and controlling the volume yourself. Plus, if you don't understand something, you can rewind it.
That's true. The rewind feature is convenient, but when you're at the cinema, you're fully immersed. There are no distractions. Your phone is tucked away, you're not tempted to do laundry or check emails, you're just there. For 2 hours, you're transported to another world.
Immersed means involved deeply in something. When you are fully immersed in a movie, it means your attention is completely focused on it and you're not thinking about other things. For example, a student might be immersed in their studies, meaning they are very focused on them.
And that's a feeling you rarely get at home, isn't it? At home, there's always something else calling your attention. The doorbell rings, the dog barks, you suddenly remember you need to do something. The magic is constantly broken.
Not for me. I create my own little cinema at home. I have a large TV, surround sound, and I can pause the movie if I need to. And let's not forget about dressing up. At home, I can watch a blockbuster in my pajamas. Try doing that at the cinema.
Well, you could wear your pajamas to the cinema. No one is stopping you. But that's not really the point. The point is the event. It's about making an effort. It's about going out and experiencing something outside of your usual routine.
For me, it's about convenience and comfort. Why pay more, deal with crowds, and adhere to a fixed schedule when I can have a superior viewing experience in my own home? I can even talk through the movie if I want to, without annoying anyone.
Adhere to means to stick firmly to a belief, system, or rule. In this context, it means to follow a fixed schedule. You might adhere to a strict diet, meaning you follow it very carefully, or a company might adhere to certain safety regulations. It's about following rules or plans precisely.
And honestly, the picture quality of modern TVs is often just as good, if not better, than what you get at many cinemas. And the sound systems you can buy for your home are incredible. So, technically, the experience at home can be just as good, if not better.
No! You cannot compare a home setup to a proper cinema screen and sound system. The sheer scale of the image, the booming bass that you feel in your chest, it's an assault on the senses in the best possible way.
Assault on the senses is an idiom. An assault can be a physical attack, but here it means something that is very strong and overwhelming for your senses, your sight, hearing, smell, taste, or touch. So, a very loud noise or a very bright light could be described as an assault on the senses. Jessica is using it positively here to describe the powerful experience of the cinema's sound and visuals.
Precisely. It's overwhelming in a good way. It fully consumes you. You're not just watching the movie, you're part of it. You're inside the world of the film.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, Jessica. You're still sitting in a chair watching a screen. And let's be honest, sometimes the cinema chairs are not even comfortable. Give me my own recliner any day.
But the spectacle, Tom. Imagine watching an epic superhero movie or a massive sci-fi adventure on a tiny home screen. It just doesn't do it justice. Some movies are meant to be seen on the biggest screen possible.
Does it justice or do it justice? Is an idiom that means to treat or represent something fairly or in a way that shows its true value or quality. So watching a big action movie on a small screen doesn't do it justice. Means the small screen doesn't allow you to fully appreciate the movie's grandeur and effects. For example, a photograph of a beautiful landscape might not do the scenery justice because it looks even more amazing in real life. It means it doesn't fully capture its quality.
So, certain films, especially blockbusters with incredible visual effects, absolutely demand the cinema experience. You're missing out on so much by waiting for it to come to streaming.
I'm not missing out. I'm just delaying my gratification for a more comfortable and cost-effective experience. Plus, I can watch it whenever I want, not just when the cinema decides it's showing. The flexibility is a huge plus.
But don't you love the build-up to a new release? The excitement when a big animated film comes out and everyone is talking about going to see it on opening weekend? That shared cultural moment is part of the fun.
I'll agree that there's a certain buzz around new releases, but I can still enjoy that buzz without actually being at the cinema. I can read reviews, discuss it with friends, and then watch it a few weeks later in peace and quiet.
Buzz, in this context, means a feeling of excitement or enthusiasm about something. It's like a low humming sound, but here it's used figuratively to describe a general feeling of excitement in the air. For example, there might be a lot of buzz around a new video game, meaning many people are talking about it and are excited for its release.
Exactly. The excitement is still there, just on my own terms. And honestly, I hate rushing to get to a specific showtime. What if traffic is bad? What if something unexpected comes up? At home, none of that matters.
But that's the point of an event, Tom. It requires a little effort and planning. It makes it feel more special. It's like going to a concert or a sporting event. You don't just stream those, do you?
No, but those are very different beasts. A live concert has a unique energy that cannot be replicated. A cinema, for me, is just a big TV screen in a public place, not quite the same.
Oh, you are so cynical sometimes, Tom. I just think you're missing out on the pure joy and wonder of the cinema. It's an escape. It's a little mini holiday from reality for a couple of hours.
I can escape just fine from my living room. Thank you very much. And I don't have to pay $20 for a bucket of popcorn to do it.
Okay, let's talk about the actual experience of the film. The darkness of the theater, the huge screen, the incredible sound system. It all works together to pull you into the story in a way that a smaller screen at home just can't. The immersion is just on another level.
I understand your point about immersion, but for me, the distractions at the cinema often break that immersion more than anything at home does. The rustling of wrappers, the whispering, the person kicking your seat. Those things take me out of the movie instantly.
I think you've just had some bad luck with cinema experiences, Tom. Most of the time, people are really considerate, and the positives far outweigh those minor negatives. The sheer grandeur of a huge action sequence on a massive screen is unbeatable.
Grandeur means the quality or state of being impressive or magnificent. So, the grandeur of an action sequence refers to how big, impressive, and spectacular it is. You might talk about the grandeur of a mountain range, referring to its impressive size and beauty.
It's about being swept away by the visuals and the sound. You literally cannot get that scale at home. It's physically impossible.
But you can still appreciate the film story, the acting, the dialogue, all the essential elements from the comfort of your own home. And for me, those are the most important aspects of a movie, not just how big the explosions are.
Well, I think for certain genres, the visual and auditory experience is absolutely paramount. Imagine watching a beautiful documentary about nature or a visually stunning animated film. You want to see every detail in its full glory.
Paramount means more important than anything else, supreme. So if something is absolutely paramount, it means it's critically important, the most important factor. For example, safety is paramount in a factory. Or for a student, good grades are paramount if they want to get into a good university. It denotes extreme importance.
You miss out on so much when you don't see those types of films on the big screen. It's like looking at a masterpiece painting through a tiny window.
I just think there's more control at home. You can pause if you need to explain something to someone, or if you want to discuss a plot point. You can't do that at the cinema without annoying everyone around you.
That's true. You can't have a running commentary at the cinema. But again, that's part of the respectful shared experience. It's about being present and focused on the film, not on talking through it.
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree on this one, Jessica. For me, home is where the cinematic heart is. No sticky floors, no strangers' feet near my head, no ridiculously priced snacks.
And for me, the cinema is an unparalleled escape, an event that transports you to another world, surrounded by fellow movie lovers, sharing a collective experience. The excitement, the big screen, the booming sound, it's just unbeatable.
Unparalleled means having no equal, better or more than all others. So, an unparalleled escape means an escape that is so good, nothing else can compare to it. You might describe someone's talent as unparalleled, meaning they are exceptionally good at what they do. It emphasizes uniqueness and superiority.
So, there you have it, listeners. Two very different viewpoints on the great cinema versus home viewing debate. We'd love to know what you think.
Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of some of the great vocabulary and expressions we learned today. We talked about replicate, which means to make an exact copy. Hassle, for difficulty or trouble. Anticipation, for excited waiting.
Yes, and notoriously for being famous for something bad, communal, for shared experiences and immersed, for being deeply involved.
We also covered adhere to, meaning to stick to rules, assault on the senses, for an overwhelming sensory experience, and buzz, for a feeling of excitement.
And finally, do it justice for representing something fairly, grandeur for impressiveness, paramount for supreme importance, and unparalleled for having no equal. Wow, that's a lot of useful words.
It certainly is. So, dear listeners, what's your preference? Do you side with Jessica and the magic of the cinema, or are you on my team, the comfortable and convenient home viewing crew?
Let us know in the comments below. We absolutely love hearing your opinions and thoughts. It makes our podcast so much more interactive and fun.
That's all the time we have for today's episode of Story Orbit N. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye for now.
We hope you had as much fun listening as we did debating. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. See you next time, everyone.